Yesterday I said two things about today's episode. One, I said we were going to talk about the broken sightings, and two, I said we were going on our Bulbasaur date. Well, I haven't been able to replicate the issue with sightings at all today, so it might have been fixed. And also, this is no longer a Bulbasaur nest. According to the Silph Road's Nest Atlas, Harvard Athletic Park, which is where we are currently, is a Bulbasaur nest. But I think a nest migration just occurred, because not a Bulbasaur in sight, but there is a Growlithe here. This is the second Growlithe that I've seen since we've been here, and when we first got here, there was actually an Arcanine on sightings. I wasn't able to find it before it despawned, but it was there. We do know that spawn points just changed also. There are a lot of reports on Reddit of people saying the times and locations of their local spawn points changed. So if you made a map of your neighborhood, head out and start remapping. Once I get home, I'll check on my spawn points and see if any of those have changed. But we do know that generally, at least last time, after spawn points changed, a nest migration followed shortly after. So I think that's what we're seeing here now. Look at that, still a Growlithe on sightings, and still no Bulbasaurs in sight. That's Growlithe number 3 since we've been here. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is probably a Growlithe nest now. We were so excited when we looked on the Silph Road and saw that this was a Bulbasaur nest, because we've been putting off our Bulbasaur date for so long because nests kept changing, and now that there's finally one nearby, they changed again. Another one. Another one.
17 CP.
That's 4 now, so I'm gonna head back to the Silph Road and update these nest reports, or at least one of them. I'm gonna add my report that I found to Growlithe.
Ooh, Hero.
Hero? Nice, I saw that on sightings. Growlithe, let's report it. Frequent spawn area, haven't seen a cluster yet. And, you know, there's no divider yet for the latest migration. So that's not gonna show up yet, but hopefully, and I have faith that Dromps and the rest of the guys at the Silph Road will update this to add that divider for this most recent migration. This should be migration number 5 now that we're experiencing. So hopefully my report will show up after the divider once they add that in. And eventually all these reports should get merged. They're working on appointing local guides to do that. So I'm gonna head back to the game and catch both this Growlithe and Fearow that are here. Fearow's gone. I might have run out of time on that one. At least the Growlithe is here. Don't forget, curveballs and great throws. It's the only way to do it. More Growlithe on sightings, so definitely a Growlithe nest here at Harvard Athletic Park. But since we came here for Bulbasaur, we don't want to stay for Growlithe. I know a lot of you would like Growlithes, but we get plenty of them. So, there's another nest nearby. We're gonna go check that out. I'm gonna hop back over to the Silph Road and see what that other nest has been reported as most recently. It looks like an electric type Magnemite. Ooh, it was a Magnemite nest. So we're gonna head over there and see what it is now. Heritage Park in Irvine. This is the original Bulbasaur nest. The first nest I ever discovered during the beta. I think it was here. Either here or the golf course by my house. Either way, both Bulbasaur nests, and I found both of them during the beta. So far, I'm gonna say Machop and Cubone could be the NESTS Pokemon here. There's a Venonat right there. I'll let Go Plus grab that. But we're gonna do a little bit of walking and we'll figure out what's going on here at Heritage Park. Well, here's our first Machop. Sorry, it's so ingrained in my head as Machop. So I'm gonna grab that. If I can. Excellent throw. Not good enough. Cassie says there's another Machop. So I think we might be looking at a Machop nest here. Kind of unfortunate since I already have my perfect Machamp. I mean, not perfect IVs, but it's got the moves. It's above 80%. There is still a Machop on sightings. It's looking like we're probably at a Machop nest here at Heritage Park. This giant pelican is here again. He's like the king of this lake. The only pelican that's ever here at this park. And he's always standing on that rock right there. But we're gonna take a quick break from our Machop hunt to just take this gym down really quick because it looks very doable. Oh. Well, I guess before that happens, these eggs are gonna hatch. Doduo.
Nice, you got your perfect.
Oh my god.
Cute.
It's 597 though. I don't think that's above 80. I might have to make an exception for this. I'm gonna check it. If it's close to 80, I'm gonna do it. Because I've been waiting so long for this. I hope. I really hope. Meowth. In the time that it took those eggs to hatch, someone added an Exeggutor to the top of the gym, but that's no problem. So here we go. I've had enough of that. It keeps going up, people keep adding stuff to it, so I'm just gonna let them keep it because it's getting dark and we need to confirm whether or not this is a Machop nest. It's dark, but we found our second Machop, and we've had one on sightings this entire time. So I'm pretty convinced that we're dealing with a Machop nest here. Got it. So that's two that we've caught, and you know, like I said, the entire time it's been there on the sightings. How's this one? Not good. Goodbye. There you go, still more on sightings. So I'm gonna go ahead and report this Heritage Park as a Machop nest. Oh look, they have added the 5th migration divider. Nice, Trumps. Really on top of things here. Machop. Frequent spawn, area. Submitted. Is today the 19th? Yep. There it is.
Looks like you.
Since we failed at Bulbasaur date, we're at least gonna have Bulbasaur date. We're gonna end the night with some Indian food, but we still need to go on our Bulbasaur date. So get out, check the local nests, and make sure you report them to the Silph Road Nest Atlas, because I'm gonna go on there in a couple days and see if anything's changed to a Bulbasaur nest so that we can have our proper Bulbasaur date. As you guys know, I always throw curveballs, and up until now, there hasn't been any confirmation whether or not curveballs actually increase your chance of catching Pokemon. The Silph Road's research group just confirmed that throwing curveballs does increase your chance of capturing a Pokemon.